What if the keyword difficulty scores on your favorite SEO tools, like SEMrush and Ahrefs, are actually lying to you? It's a crazy thought, right? But if you're blindly trusting these numbers to build out your strategy, you might literally be setting yourself up for failure. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to look at a massive paradigm shift in how we approach SEO data and break down exactly why the very tools most beginners trust unconditionally should really just be your starting line, definitely not your finish line.
So, Section 1, the truth about keyword research, tools versus reality. We are completely rethinking how we analyze keywords today. We're going to strip away all those illusions created by automated tool metrics and look at the raw, unfiltered reality of search engine results. So if you've ever felt completely stuck because every single keyword just looks way too competitive, well, you are in exactly the right place. Here's our agenda for today. 1. The keyword difficulty myth. 2. Intent over volume. 3. Narrowing down niches. 4. Manual SERP analysis. And 5. Smarter reporting. And as we go, we'll prove these concepts using a really practical case study. Let's get right into it.
All right, Section 1, the keyword difficulty myth.
For so many new SEO freelancers, that keyword difficulty metric kind of acts like an intimidating bouncer at a club. You see a high score, and you just immediately back down. But here is the core truth of SEO tooling. Keyword difficulty and search volume are literally just estimates. Seriously, if you put the exact same keyword into Ahrefs, Moz, and SEMrush, you're going to get 3 completely different results. Why? Because they're just guessing based on their own proprietary algorithms. Now, we use data to guide our decisions, absolutely, but we do not let a single tool's arbitrary estimate dictate our final strategy. Tools give us ideas, they don't finalize the decisions. Okay, moving to Section 2, Intent over Search Volume, featuring our London plumber case study.
Imagine a client is starting a brand new plumbing business in a massive city like London. Why is it so hard to find a plumber in a specific suburb? Well, I'm showing you the low-hanging fruit local pros you probably didn't even know existed. Look at the ego keyword here, plumber, London. It boasts 5,200 monthly searches. It's super tempting, right? But it's incredibly dangerous. On the flip side, look at the money keyword, 24-hour emergency plumber, East London. It has a tiny fraction of that search volume, but it signals a desperately immediate, highly transactional need. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why ego keywords fail. If someone just goes to Google and types plumber London, their intent is entirely vague. Are they looking for a job? Or maybe they're searching for an educational video titled something like, "Before you pay that bill, watch this. I'm breaking down exactly how much plumbers charge per hour in London so you never get ripped off again." We honestly just don't know. Plus, for a brand new website, competing against giant established directories for that broad term is practically impossible. You get massive search volume, sure, but absolutely zero conversions. Which brings us to Section 3, narrowing down local niches. So, how do we actually find the keywords that convert? You've got to slice a broad target into highly specific, hyper-local service pages. Step 1 is the broad city, like London. Step 2 is the district, like East London. And Step 3 is the specific neighborhood, like Dagenham. When you drill down like this, you can target local consumers with highly specific marketing messages. Something like, "Stop overpaying big franchises. If you live in Dagenham, here's how to find a local expert with 0 big city markups." This hyperlocal strategy is exactly how a brand new website completely bypasses the industry giants. Let me show you a number, 20. That is the hypothetical monthly search volume an SEO tool might show you for a hyper-local keyword like emergency plumber Mirpur or 24-hour plumber Dagenham. Most amateur SEOs see that tiny number, 20, and they just walk away, thinking it's a complete waste of time. But the crucial point is this. 20 desperate searches are infinitely more valuable than 5,000 casual browsers. Think about the user's intent here. It's 3 a.m. and your basement is flooding. Here is the exact secret to finding a 24-hour emergency plumber who actually picks up the phone. That user isn't just browsing around. They are pulling out their credit card and buying right now. So remember, 0 search volume in a tool absolutely does not mean 0 customers in the real world.
Let's look at Section 4, manual SERP analysis wins. If we aren't relying entirely on a tool's search volume or difficulty score, what should we be doing instead? Well, we shift our focus to the actual battlefield, the search engine results page itself. You need to manually type that money keyword into Google and literally look at the top 10 competitors. What's their domain age? Do they actually have a strong link profile? If you look at the results for a specific neighborhood and you see weak, single-digit authority sites with barely any backlinks ranking on page 1, Boom, that is your green light. You can beat them no matter what SEMrush's difficulty score says.
Never forget that these automated tools are literally just scraping the search engine results anyway. They're looking at the exact same SERP, applying some generic formula, and spitting out a number. By doing a manual check yourself, you just cut out the middleman. You get the raw, unfiltered truth of what Google is currently rewarding for that specific user intent.
All right, Section 5, Building Smarter Client Reports. All of this amazing manual research means absolutely nothing if you can't translate it for your client. And there's a lazy way and a smart way to do this. The lazy way, which unfortunately a lot of freelancers still do, is to just export a raw CSV file from SEMrush packed with thousands of random keywords and email it straight over to the client. Guys, that is a huge mistake. The smart way is providing a custom-mapped intent and silo structure.
Instead of sending over a chaotic spreadsheet, provide a really clear roadmap. Map out the keyword, the specific intent, the target location, the core service, and most importantly, the content type. Should this specific keyword be a main service page, or is it just a supporting blog post? Presenting it in this format gives your client an actual, actionable path for content creation that they can easily understand.
Remember, you are the strategist. It is your job to educate the client. When you present this report, take the time to explain the why. Tell them, hey, we're skipping the massive keyword plumber London because it's just an ego metric. Instead, we are dominating these 15 hyperlocal, high-intent service areas where your actual paying customers live. When you explain the strategy behind the data like that, you instantly prove your immense value as an expert. Once you have this beautifully clean, intent-driven, hyperlocal data, the possibilities just explode. Which leaves us with one final provocative question to think about. Are you ready to map these manual keywords into a massive topical silo structure using AI? Because taking this pristine, manually verified data and feeding it into ChatGPT to build true topical authority across your entire site, well, that is where the real magic happens. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time as we continue to break down the strategies that actually work.